In this episode, we're going to talk about how Michigan taxes retirees. Is it good, bad, or are they indifferent? Let's take a gander. Welcome again to the Heritage Wealth Planning YouTube channel, my friends, the YouTube channel that talks about how the state of Michigan taxes its retirees. We also talk about the other 49 states as well. You can go list by list or state by state in the playlist if you want to just sit there and look at all the videos on the various states in the United States and how they tax the retirees. You've come to the right place. If you like the information on this channel, don't forget to subscribe down below. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the little bell for notification. I do about 5 videos a week. And so you certainly want to be notified on the various videos that we do. And by the way, it's not just about taxes in various states. Just did one the other day on how Social Security is shortchanging widows. Oh, that just made me mad. All right, so let's dive into it. What's the great state of Michigan do? Let's take a look. And as is our want, we go to Kiplinger's. And we see dark blue and light blue, and I see dark blue and light blue for the state of Michigan, which means it's in the second lowest quintile for tax friendliness in the union. So let's find out why. I've never been to Michigan, actually. I've flown over there and everything, but I've never been to Michigan. It looks like a beautiful state, just doggone cold. But man, I'm from Maine, so you would think the cold, you can handle that. No. But it looks absolutely stunning, frankly. One of these days I'll get up there. I have a good friend of mine who goes to the what's called the Upper Peninsula. He's got a friend who's got like a lodge up there, and he loves it. Now, he's from Louisiana, so he only goes in the summertime to get out of the sweat of Louisiana. All right, so Michigan is not tax-friendly. In fact, in recent years, the Great Lakes Stakes has become even less tax-friendly for retirees. As of 2012, retirees born after 1945, more pension income is subject to state income tax. The state imposes a flat tax rate of 4.25%, and some seniors may able to delay paying property taxes. Again, delaying paying property taxes versus not paying property taxes, two completely different things. State sales tax levy is 6%, a flat tax of 4.25%. Social Security benefits are not taxed in Michigan, although that may change for some taxpayers starting in 2020. Wow. Let's find out that. Michigan has overhauled its income tax rules for retirement benefits for taxpayers before 1946. Military, state, federal pensions are exempt. Private pensions are also exempt up to roughly $100,000 for joint. There's also deduction of interest, dividends, capital gains up to $22,000 for joint. Just getting more and more confusing here. For taxpayers born between 1946 and 1953, military railroad benefits are exempt. These taxpayers, however, may not deduct interest, dividends, and capital gains. Other public and private pension income is exempt up to $40,000 for joint filers. Once these taxpayers turn 67 years old, their deduction for pension retirement benefits is replaced by a standard deduction against all income of $40,000. Okay, so once you hit 67 in Michigan and you're married filing jointly, you get $40,000 of standard deduction against any kind of income, or $20,000 if you're single. The standard deduction is reduced by any deductions taken from military retirement benefits or railroad benefits. Beginning in 2013, retirees with pension benefits from employment with a government entity that was exempt from Social Security Act have higher deduction limits. Wow. All right. So if you're born after 1952, which would put you at 66 right now. Yeah. Military and railroad benefits are exempt from state income tax. These taxpayers, however, may not deduct interest, dividends, and capital gains. They may not also exempt other public and private pension income. Okay, a lot going on there. So basically, once you hit 67, that's what's going on. So once you hit 67, they're saying essentially you can deduct $20,000 against all income, or $40,000 if you're married, if you're single, and $40,000 if you're married filing jointly. All right, so that makes sense. A little bit easier there on the tongue here, because there's a lot going on here. So basically, at the end of the day, Michigan is going to a larger standard deduction. Once you hit the age of 67, you can deduct $20,000 per head essentially against all income. Qualifies for IRAs, Michigan retirement income exemption. Same thing with 401ks, 401, 403bs, employee source to employee contributions and the earnings from those contributions. If the contributions weren't matched, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, it says distributions plan sourced employees. So basically, if you make contributions and the earning from the contributions that you make, if they weren't matched, are considered tax deferred compensation. So tax is full income, I guess. We talked about private pensions. All right, so essentially what I'm reading here is that everything, like I just said, is going to that $20,000 per head deduction once you hit 67. I'm just going to scroll down here. Yeah, same thing. All right. Property taxes, the median property tax, the median home value in Michigan is 125, and the median property tax is 2,000. Wow, that's pretty high. Tax breaks for seniors. I don't see any, no homestead exemption at all. And you can delay paying property tax depending on the county and the residence and the income level. And again, delaying and not paying a completely different thing. So that's not very favorable. No homestead exemption either. 6% use tax is levied on purchases, and there's no estate or inheritance tax. So there's, you purchase $20,000 car, you're paying $1,200 as a use tax. All right. That's a tax foundation. Income, top individual tax rate is 4.25%. But with the state and local burden is 9.4%, which puts them smack dab in the middle there. So that's not horrific by any stretch. Sales tax, 6% flat rate, which is ranked in the top 20, which isn't good. But again, you got to look beyond that. You got to look at the state and locality. And when you factor in state and localities, Michigan is quite low when it comes to sales tax. And so that's pretty good. So we like to see that. Gasoline tax, they're pretty high. Wow, I'm surprised by that. Michigan's pretty high for gas tax. 42 cents a gallon. That's real. And then $2 a pack of smokes there. And then let's see property taxes. Yeah, 1.5%. That's pretty high. That ranks number 11 in terms of percentage. In terms of total dollar amount, it ranks smack dab in the middle because their price of the average house in Michigan is lower than typical for the other places in the United States. But still, 1.5 is pretty high. All right, so sales tax is pretty low. Property tax rate is pretty high, and individual tax is right in the middle. So definitely on the not tax horrific, but definitely on the least favorable. I can see that for sure. Let's go to smartasset.com. Let's see where we go here to get to our state of Michigan. And bear with me just a second. And moderately tax-free Michigan right here. And again, smartasset.com is just for income tax. Here, Michigan retirement tax friendliness does not tax Social Security and provides a relatively large deduction on other types of retirement income. Again, we talked about that $20,000 per head. So that's pretty good. So when you think about that, don't tax if you have $50,000. Well, let's just do it. Let's run the numbers. So if you have $50,000 of total income, of which 25 is from Social Security, 25 is from retirement and IRA distributions, and you're over the age of 65. And you're married filing jointly. Well, it was 67 in Michigan. So, yeah, you pay. Let's see, where they get the other 20. Okay, let's get rid of that. Watch this. So, 25,000 Social Security, 25,000 IRA distributions. You don't pay anything in taxes, nothing. Let's do this. It should be, because you're married, I'm going to put 40,000 here. It should be the same, I think. Yeah, because 20,000 per head. Look at that. So now let's add that and say we got $20,000 pension. It can be from anywhere. But you start paying tax there. So you're talking, you're really starting to talk, $80,000 and more. You're not talking a significant amount of income tax here for sure. So they're definitely favorable there. Look at that, $500 on a $60,000 IRA distribution, $25,000 from Social Security. You can't. That's not bad in the least. I know the tax bracket looks high when you factor in all this right here, state and local, but the facts are they just get a pretty significant deduction of $40,000 plus Social Security is not taxable either. So you're talking, you can have a pretty good amount of money in Michigan without paying much in tax. Let's do 40,000 here, gives a full $100,000. I bet that stays the same. It does. So Michigan is pretty relatively favorable on the income tax, certainly high on the state property tax from a percent wise, but the facts that the amount of money that you're paying in the property tax is lower than you will in comparable states for sure. Sales tax, what did I say? Sales tax was pretty low, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I think we did say sales. Yeah, sales tax pretty low because there's no county in the locality state sales tax as well. So by and large, Michigan isn't bad. It's not bad at all. Again, if you're making more money than 100, it could be a lot worse for sure from a tax perspective. But by and large, not too shabby. So we'll take it. Michigan, not a bad place to retire. Don't know what the cost of fuel is up there and things, but I imagine that can get quite pricey as well. So as always, subscribe. The four things you got to recognize before I hang up on me here today: subscribe, notification bell, thumbs up, and comments. Subscribe, bell, thumbs up, and comments. Always helpful to promote the channel to other folks who might be interested in various financial planning topics. We'll see you next time on the Heritage Wealth Planning YouTube channel. Thanks, guys.